No, now you're muted. Try to talk. There you go. I need to talk to the world. Well, they beat the last team 45, or like almost 50 to 5. Oh, okay.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Joining you a bit late in the action here, as we are just about 45 seconds into the first quarter of play. The Phillies have just taken a 2-1 lead, and we'll be with you here for the rest of the contest on BHS TV Live. I'm Ben Picorni, the play-by-play voice of Barrington Athletics, joined alongside me by Ethan Madison.
Fantastic night for basketball, Ben. Weather out here is absolutely magnificent. Sun is shining down just perfectly. Approximately
The
right
lights,
above us.
the lights are shining down perfectly?
Yeah.
Montanello at the line for the Friend Vikings. The front end over 2 shots falls in like laundry in a hamper when you're cleaning your room. She gets that one in there.
Absolutely, Ben.
And the second shot finds its way in, and Friend takes a 3-2 lead early on in the game. Inbound looking for Maury, now picking it up, going across half court. A bit of a press being put on the Phillies right now. Tori Meyer will pick it up, finally gets it across. That must have been dangerously close to a 10-second call on the Phillies. Meyer drives, lays that one up and in, a beautiful finish, and it's a 4-3 lead for the Phillies.
What an absolutely beautiful finish from the Phillies. Put them up 1 point in the first minute and a half of the game. Absolutely magnificent.
Friend now moving the ball well around the bump in the arc, gets it into the lane. Thompson swipes it away, but it's picked back up, fired to half court, and Friend will look to reset here, Ethan.
They will.
Into the corner, 4-3, nothing doing there, and it's rebounded and fired up to Maury. Ethan, the last time these two teams met, we were in the building for it at Friend on a Friday night as King fires that one up and in. A long 2-pointer. We saw Barrington go into Friend on a Friday night and pull out a very tight 44-40 win on the road. A great game in that one. Let's see if we have a great one tonight.
Well, Ben, if it's anything like the last game, I'll be stuffing my face with some Wendy's after this game.
The foul on the shot. She'll go to the line for 2. Tori Meyer to the line, the junior and offensive leader for the Phillies. Committed to play softball at DePaul earlier this year, but she's doing it out there for the Phillies on the hardwood now as she drains the front end of the 2 shots. And Meyer will put that one up and in. A 8-3 lead now for the Phillies. Ethan, the Phillies off to a very fast start, just like we saw last time. We'll see if they can hold on to it for the rest of this game.
Absolutely, Ben. You know, as they've shown before within their last 5 games, they really can pick up the pace, even more than they already have. So we'll have to see. Only time will tell.
She'll drive baseline there, fires it into the corner. Good ball movement. Tried to drive on Taylor Thompson. That usually doesn't work, but she'll throw up a nice bank, and it cuts it to a 1-possession game. Maury trying to get it across half court here. Maury now around the bump in the arc, throws up a lob to Thompson on the inside, but that one is stolen away by Friend. He'll look to run with it, lays it up and in. It's a 1-point game. Maury will drive. She's got some space. That one is swatted away, but Thompson lays up the high arching rebound. That one is no good. King thought about a jumper from the outside, fires it over to Meyer now, holding it at the bump in the arc. She'll take it back to the timeline, and the Phillies offense will reset. Throws up another lob to Thompson on the inside, stolen away yet again. The Friend Vikings will look to run here. The 2-on-1, the shot is good, and Friend takes the lead. Timeout with 3:29 remaining in the first quarter. The score, Friend 9, Barrington 8. We'll rejoin you in about 30 seconds. And we'll get back in the action with 3:29 to play in the first quarter. Maury to inbound. It fires a baseball pass down the court to Meyer, puts it on the wood, lays it up and in. A 10-9 lead for the Phillies now.
A beautiful pass and an even better finish, if I do say so myself, Ben.
Ethan Madison, rumor has it you were quite the star of the elementary school 5th grade basketball league back in the day. I heard you put up about 2.5 points per game.
Well, Ben, I'll have you know I actually did get moved up from the red to the white team.
That's a big move.
Yeah.
Back in the elementary school basketball hierarchy.
Coach K really put his faith in me, and we got it done.
Maury looking to make another long inbounds pass, but she'll play it relatively short to Thompson. Fires it up to Meyer on the skip pass. Meyer showing off the speed, laying it up and off the front iron. That one rebounded by Friend. Now they will show off their speed and try to take it the other way. Dribbles it in a little loop-de-looping circle and takes it back out to the top of the arc. How do you say Shanna's last name? Trzynski. Into the corner now. She'll look to drive near the top of the free throw line. Takes it in down near the block. Good ball movement from the Vikings. Lets the floater go. The foul and the basket. Friend takes the 11-10 lead with 2:20 to play in the first quarter. She'll go to the line for the and one attempt. Ethan, we saw the Phillies shoot off to an early 8-3 lead. Now Friend has rattled off their own 8-2 run. Now a 9-2 run with the finish of that back end. It is a 2-point lead for the Vikes early here in the game. Maury taking it across the half-court stripe, firing it up and off the glass, a bit too strong. Rebound pulled down by Friend. They'll look to run the floor and extend this to a 2-possession lead. The charge called. The Phillies will gain possession going the other way. .145 remaining. The Phillies trailing by 2. Maury taking it up. Ethan, the last time out the Phillies played, that was at home on Friday night against Palatine, when they lost in a last-second buzzer-beater 3 from around half-court. They're hoping to rebound from that tough loss here tonight as King fires up a 3. She's money from there, and it is a 1-point lead for Barrington. As Alex Gall would say, that's money, as she fires that one in to take a 1-point lead. Maury will run the other way now here for the Phillies. A 1-point lead, 1:05 remaining. That one up, no good. Bounces around. Foul called on Fremd for a push foul. Thompson. Oh no, it's going to be called on White. Wow. A bit of a confusing interaction there from the official, but the ball will go the Vikings' way. Thompson will come out of the game. She has 2 fouls already. Ethan, the first quarter not even concluded. That could hurt them late on in the game. The inbounds pass, 50 seconds now in the first quarter. Taking it now to the top of the arc, over to the timeline now. Fakes the pass, skip pass. If her intended target was the Barrington sideline, it was a beautiful pass as that one flew right into the bench. Just under 30 seconds now. Maury carries it across half court, holds it at the line. Over to Terzinski in the corner, 4-3, got it! And the Phillies take a 4-point lead. 15 seconds remaining now. Fremd gonna look and try and get one back just before the end of the first quarter. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fires it up, no good. Rebounded, rolled around. And that'll do it for the first quarter. At the end of the first quarter, the score, Barrington 16, Fremd 12. I'm going to say goodbye to my broadcast partner, Ethan Madison, from now. He joined me for the first quarter of action, throwing it over now to a new color commentator, a color commentating woman, Chloe Probsting, joining us now on the broadcast. Chloe, thank you for joining us here tonight. Our second of 3 color commentators for tonight. You had a chance to watch the first quarter. What were your thoughts on the Phillies' offensive performance?
I think the Phillies really pulled it together. I think that they can improve a little on just driving the ball up, getting some points early in the game to really get the mindset going.
We saw a couple of big 3-point jumpers late in that first quarter that really helped them out. We'll take a quick break right before we'll return for the second quarter of action. Inbounds it to Terzinski. She'll take it over to the timeline now. Up to Maury. 16-12 our score as we've just begun the second quarter of play. King looking for a pass, finds Maury again. She's moved the ball a lot tonight for the Phillies offense. Foul called underneath. The Phillies will retain possession. Chloe, I talked about it with Ethan earlier. That game last Friday night where the Phillies suffered a heartbreaking loss to Palatine. You were able to witness it from the Fremd sideline. You said it was the loudest you've ever heard this gym get for a basketball game. That must be quite a tough loss to take. Let's see if the Phillies can bounce back from it here tonight.
Yes, absolutely. It was tied up the whole game, and it was just a heartbreaking loss.
Meyer will drop that one in as the Phillies extend their lead to a 6-point advantage. It is 18-12. The score, not the war, with 7 minutes and 10 seconds remaining. Passes it inside. She'll put it on the floor, nearly swiped away, goes up hard, kind of just chucked it at the backboard. That one didn't look like it was going in from the beginning, and it was rebounded easily by the Phillies. They'll look to go the other way. .6:45 remaining, 18-12 our score in favor of Barrington. Over in the corner to Kelly. Over to Meyer now, holding it at the bump. Tamori at the top of the arc. A great screen from Meyer, looking for Kelly in the corner. Ball movement here from the Phillies. Meyer thinks about a three, swipe down. She'll get her own blocked shot and look to get the offense going again. That three from way downtown finds its way into the basket. It is a 21-12 lead. A 30-second timeout taken by the Vikings. We'll take a quick break and rejoin you after that timeout concludes. .6:22 remaining in the second quarter. The Phillies with a commanding lead here, Chloe, something we might not have expected coming into this game as these two teams went down to the wire last time. It's interesting to see the Phillies jumping out to such an early advantage here. Fires it inside, dribbles it, fires it to the top of the arc. She'll look to drive down low. Pass went errant. Phillies ball, that one touched last by the Vikings. Terzinski scrambling around there in the backcourt was able to take a foul. The Phillies getting another chance to inbound it here with about 6 minutes to play in the quarter. For those of you who regularly watch our streams, you might notice we're down to 2 cameras for tonight's stream. One of our cameras is in what we like to call the camera hospital at Panasonic. It took a bit of a fall at our last live stream. That one is getting fixed up. We hope to return to 3 camera coverage soon, but the 2 seems to be working okay for now as that one is blocked down. Frem looks to run the floor and try to gain some of these points back here. Fires it into the corner. She looks to drive baseline. A great move up and in. Chloe, an interesting thing to point out here. Both teams, most of the players have the exact same matching shoes.
Yes, that's absolutely correct.
Might have done some inter-team bonding, a little shoe shopping.
I know the Phillies, girls varsity Phillies, did that last year for soccer as well.
The soccer team, an exciting team to watch.
Yes.
The varsity and JV2 as well as another great team to enjoy.
Yes.
Some of their games. The varsity Phillies winning state last year in a penalty kick shootout. One of the best experiences I've had at a sporting event. With 4:57 remaining, it is a 7-point lead for the Phillies. Tori Meyer will look to inbound it here. Pump fakes to King, over to Terzinski, who looks to drive inside, fires in the corner. King 4-3, no good. That one takes a big bounce off the iron. Frem gonna look to run here and cut the deficit. Thought about the 3-point juper there. Brings it back out to the timeline. A bit of a football score at 12-14, or 21-14, man. At the moment, Chloe, these two teams in football, it was not this close of a game. The Broncos took a bit of a dominant turn against them. But tonight it's a pretty evenly matched game. We'll see how it pans out here with 4:15 remaining in the second quarter. These two teams, boys teams, will meet later in the season. It is the last regular season matchup. When that happens, as Frem lays that one up and in, cuts the Phillies' lead to 5. But as I was saying, the boys will face off in a rematch of another highly contested game and a tight game, just like the last one was between the boys and the girls, so it'll be interesting to watch there. This is the last Phillies home game of the regular season. They'll be back in action for the final time in regular conference play this Friday at Conant. But as for now, this could be the last time some of these players step foot on the hardwood in the Barrington High School Gymnasium for a game, as that one is thrown up and over the basket. A bit too much air under that one as she airballs it. And the Phillies will collect and look to get their lead back up to where it was. Fires it into the corner. Kelly over to Meyer now. Holding, looking to drive, thinks about a long three-pointer, no good. That one off the up back iron. It'll go out of bounds, and Fremd will take possession. 3 minutes remaining in the first half of play. Phillies leading 21-16. Fremd starting to slowly climb their way back into this one, Chloe. Intercepted by Kelly.
Yeah, Phillies look to get it back. They're bringing it back up to the corner of the arch here.
Trying to get some production. They've been unable to score on their past few drives as Czerzinski fires up a three. That one's too long. Meyer plays the rebound perfectly. Back out to Mori. The Phillies will chew some more time off that clock, getting closer to the halftime break.
Phillies looking for the open pass here.
Mori traps herself in the corner, short corner. Over now to Meyer. The short corner jumper is no good. That one airballs, and Fremd will take possession. Two minutes and 7 seconds remaining in the first half of play. A 21-16 lead for the Phillies. That pass flies errantly away. No over and back call on that one. And Fremd will have another shot here, 1:45 remaining. Drives, fires it inside. Thompson goes up to make the block. That one no good. That layup hitting backboard and no rim and falling right down into the hands of Rachel Mori. Looking for a pass, fires it to Czerzinski. Great feed down low to Thompson. They'll call the offensive foul, and Fremd will get the ball. A decent crowd here at Barrington High School for a Tuesday night girls basketball matchup. Unfortunate to say, mostly Fremd crowd here tonight as they're visiting basketball. Lower level team stayed and are making a bit of noise here tonight. As she holds at the bump in the arc, fires it over. Driving it into the lane, fired it down low, tried to find her teammate, couldn't get it to her. That one's gonna be a kicked ball called on Tori Meyer, one of the star players of this Phillies team. Gonna get called for that one there as it flies out of bounds.
Definitely an offensive powerhouse here on the Phillies team, putting up points.
Drives there, an offensive foul called on Fremd now. The teams trade offensive fouls. The Phillies getting it back now, looking to extend their 21-16 lead with 1:10 remaining in the first half of play. Inbounds to Czerzinski, back to Mori now. Press coming. Heavy. Phillies scrambling to try and get it across. They get it across with just 2 seconds left before the call. That one's going to be a jump ball. It'll go the way of the Phillies as we have hit exactly 1 minute to play.
The Phillies reorganizing now.
Interesting to see if they'll hold here for the last shot and try to deny Fremd the chance of putting one up right before the buzzer.
21-16 with just over 50 seconds left in the second period.
Fires it to Czerzinski, 45 now. Meyer to the elbow. can't find a lane. Maury driving, firing. Kelly fires up a jump shot. Good. It's Jimmer time as she fires that one up and in.
Big reaction from the Phillies bench.
20 seconds now. Fires that one up and in, and we're back to a 5-point game with 15 seconds to play. Inbound to Meyer, double team, she fights through it well, slicing and dicing, making Swiss cheese of the defenders until she is eventually fouled near the midcourt stripe. 5 fouls apiece for each team, 11 seconds remaining in the second quarter of play. Maury finds Meyer driving to the bump in the arc. She'll drive in, finds Kelly, another jump shot from Kelly, no good. Tip up, no good. Players standing around not sure what was going on as that one is chucked to the end of the court, no good. As we head into the half, the score, Barrington 23, Phillies, Fremd 18. One quick mention before halftime, a shout out to Donnie Mahoney, my inspiration for the game of basketball, a big foreign brand ambassador of the Shanghai Sharks. Cannot thank him enough for the influence that he has on the game of basketball and how he has inspired me to get involved. So thank you, Donnie Mahoney, and thank you to the Shanghai Sharks for that. As we head into the halftime break, the score, Barrington 23, Fremd 18.
Burger King foot lettuce. Test, test. Test. Hello. Burger King foot lettuce. Oh, I'm on. I'm on.
As we rejoin you for the second half of Phillies basketball action, joined by another new colored commentator, the young Will Barbera, the freshman getting his chance on air here. Will, thank you for joining me tonight.
Yeah, no problem.
The Phillies will be on defense here to start off the second half of play, leading 23-18 in what is their last, most likely their last home game of the season. Inbound pass, and we are underway here for the second half of action from the Barrington High School gymnasium. Fires it over to the corner now. Held. Thought about the three. She'll pull it down now and look to move herself out of the corner trap. Fires it up to the timeline. Frem to look to reset the offense here, holding it now at the bump. To the top of the arc, she'll look to drive, fires it out. Had a chance to shoot. Drives now, and Thompson goes up strong. And she just got invited to a block party at Taylor Thompson's house, as she's not getting through on that one today. Maury will hold it now at the timeline. 7 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the third quarter of play. That one laid up and in by Meyer. It is a 7-point lead. Phillies will. She did a great job of driving to the lane and firing that one up and in there. Seven minutes remaining now. A 7-point advantage for the Phillies. Had an open shot, didn't take it. That layup misses. Will, that's going to hurt them when they're trying to come back and they're missing easy layups.
Yeah, Barrington's very aggressive with getting these blocks and rebounds, which are key to winning this game.
That one is up and in as you talk about making great plays. It is now a 9-point lead for Barrington, a 30-second timeout. We will take a brief break and rejoin you as play resumes. Back now with about 6 minutes and 30 seconds to play in the third quarter, a 9-point advantage for the Phillies. Holds it at the bump. Skip pass over to the top of the arc. She'll look to drive to the short corner, but she's stopped up short. Thought about firing it over. Fires it back up to the timeline. The Frem Vikings will reset the offense here. Pass down low inside the paint, fires it back out. Pass is flying all over the place. The floater too strong, brought down by Meyer as she will look to drive the other way. Meyer, the only player on the floor now for either teams to be in double digits. She has racked up 10 points tonight. King over in the corner thought about the three, fires it over to Trzynski, and now skips it back on over to Maury. Looks for Thompson down low, lays it up and in. Taylor Thompson is a big scoring threat, using her size to open up space to fire that one up and in. She's definitely been a key player tonight. 5:20 to play. Looks to drive baseline. Push called on Meyer. That's her first foul of the night.
These girls are very good at creating space, finding the open girl, getting to them, and scoring.
And that's something that has led to them having this 11-point advantage and being able to seem so dominant in this game, because quite frankly, they have been dominant.
Yes, they've been very open, like right outside the arc, and getting those threes are very key.
Holds it. The 5-second call was approaching. She fired it away quickly, had an open three, thought about it, decides to pull it down, fires it in the lane, lays that one up and in off the glass, but she'll take the foul and go to line for shoot two. Meyer racking up her second foul of the game in just the past 20 seconds of play. 5 minutes and 6 seconds remaining. A 29-18 advantage for the Phillies at the moment. That one off the front iron, but it is taken down by Fremd. A valiant effort to get the rebound, fires it inside, goes up and in, and Fremd cuts this to an 8-point game. Great rebound there by Fremd as they get that second chance point, Will, and have clawed slightly back into this game. That one looks for Trzynski. Back to Meyer now at the timeline, up to Maury near midcourt, and she'll look to set up the offense here with 4 minutes and 35 to play. That one intercepted. Fremd could cut the lead to a 2-possession game with a basket on this possession. Driving, lays it up and in, and we have a 6-point ball game. The press being put on. Meyer trapped. Timeout taken by Babby Barrero. A 30-second timeout as the Phillies were stuck in a tough situation in the backcourt there. Timeout smartly taken with 4 minutes and 20 seconds to play in the third quarter. We'll take a quick break and rejoin you as play commences. As we commence here, 4 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the third quarter of play. 29-23 lead for the Phillies. Trzynski takes it across, trapped well as she dribbles out of bounds. Fremd ball.
Both these teams are very fun to watch. They're very competitive, and they have great defense and great offense, and it's just very fun to watch.
It's shown on both ends. They're running back and forth. Great transition play as we are just halfway through this third quarter, Will, and Fremd are starting to show signs of life in this one. Drives, fired a skip pass cross court. That one out of bounds. It'll stay with the Vikings. A three-pointer here could cut it to a one-possession game as they're down by just 6 at the moment. Fires it out. She'll look to drive into the paint, into the short corner now, takes it into the lane. Back out now, some confusing passing. That one is no good. Rebounded by Maury. She'll look to run the other way. King 4-3, no good. Thompson pulled down the rebound and tried to keep it in bounds, but the Fremd Vikings were there to intercept it. But she gets back there to start setting up on defense. Fremd will take some time here trying to set something up and find their way back into this game.
Taylor, she's been falling a lot and taking some slams, but she's getting right back up and getting back out there and playing aggressive.
That three-pointer is a dagger to the Phillies as their lead is now cut to 3, and we got ourselves a one-possession ball game, Willie. Meyer holding it, bounce pass dangerously fired to Maury. She'll look to drive corner, skip pass intercepted by Fremd. This is their chance. She'll drive on Meyer, takes the foul, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2 with 2 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in the third quarter of play. We saw the Phillies just minutes ago with an 11-point lead, Will, and with the makes of these 2 free throws, we could see that just a 1-point game, quite a dramatic swing of events. That one is up and off the back iron. That one's going to hurt them. You're trying to come back into a game. You got to make the free shots if you want to get a chance to compete here late on. As Thompson comes out, she's racked up a few fouls tonight, as Kelly will be her replacement. And the back end of the 2 shots is good. She gets a lucky bounce, and we got ourselves a 2-point ball game at the moment. Maury into Meyer. Maury at the top of the arc now. Meyer flashing across the lane. Decided not to fire the pass. Kelly trapped on the baseline. They're going to say she stepped out of bounds, and the ball will head Fremd's way. A chance to tie with a 2 or take the lead with a 3-pointer. Skips it over near the timeline. Into the corner now, holding. Looks to make her way out of there.
And she bakes in the 3 to take the lead.
A 30-29 game. Fremd has went on that is a 12-point swing for the Vikes. Maury over to Meyer. Meyer looking to drive now, takes the foul.
These shots late in the game really matter.
When you have chances laid on, the Phillies are going to need to take it. They look like they fell asleep as she dribbles it off her foot there. Right as I say that, quite evident. And now Fremd will have a chance to extend this lead to 3 or more with a basket on this possession. Barrington will make a quick substitution here. Thompson coming out just as she went in. Fortner into the game now for the Phillies. 1:35 remaining in the third quarter of play. Takes it across half court. 1:30 now. 1-point advantage for Fremd as they've climbed back into the lead here tonight. They're on a 12-0 run at the moment. Holds it near midcourt, setting something up. Thought about the 3. She'll pull it down, though. Looks to dribble inside. Lays that one up high. No good. Rebounded by Maury. The Phillies now with 1 minute remaining. Coach Barrero calling in the play from the sideline. Let's see what the Phillies can work up here. Fortner up to Kelly, almost losing that one to the backcourt. 50 seconds now. Meyer, 4-3, fouled. They're going to call a travel. Wow. She'll get hit with the travel right as she released that one. That one will hurt the Phillies there, Will.
Going into the fourth quarter, Barrington's going to need to take a lead for momentum going into the fourth quarter.
Because right now it's all Fremd's way. All that momentum is going for Fremd right now. They're going to need to turn the tide before the break as the Vikings are looking to deny them that chance. That one is laid up and in, a 3-point lead for Fremd.
Blowing a big of lead as they did, they're going to need to bounce back very, very much.
I think you're going to have to say they need a bucket here. 25 seconds to play.
They need momentum bad.
King, jumper good. 1 point deficit now. Fremd, 15 seconds. Lob pass down low.
Going down on 10 seconds.
Lays that up and in, and good. 10 seconds now. 34-31. Meyer brings it across half court. 5 seconds to play. Driving. Fires it up at the buzzer. Got it!
And buzzer beater.
We head to the fourth quarter of play. The score.
Barrington down by 1.
Yep, Fremd 34, Barrington 33. Will, thank you for joining me here tonight. We'll catch you on another broadcast here soon. Varen Phillips. Thank you, Will. Varen Phillips going to join us here soon on the broadcast. We'll take a brief break and join you for the start of the fourth quarter. Joining us now for the fourth quarter of action, Varen Phillips, the big man from the big state of Texas. Varen, thank you for stepping into the booth for this last quarter of action. Glad to have you.
Oh, I'm quite honored. I'm just ready to watch some basketball.
Ready to go here. The Phillies will be inbounding it down by 1, looking to try and regain the lead that they lost in that last quarter. Inbounds taken by Tori Meyer. 12 points on the night for her. Fired over to Terzinski. Back now to Thompson. Over to King. Meyer thought about the 3, steps up from the elbow, no good, in and out. Rebounded by Thompson, takes it down with authority, but she throws that pass away. The backcourt trap failing to get it done. And it's taken now. Driven into the lane, short corner jumper is good. And a 3-point advantage now for the Vikings. The 3 from King tried to answer there, no good. Driving now is Fremd. A little of a push off, fires underneath, up and no good. Brought down, gets her own rebound, misses again. Rebounded off of Thompson. Fremd will get the ball. Varen, now you are quite the basketball superstar yourself. Back in Texas at Rockwall. And coming here to Barrington tonight, I thank you for joining me on the broadcast.
You know, it's an honor. You know, it's a great game, neck and neck. You know, it's keeping you right on the edge of your seat.
That's exactly what you want here on BHS TV Live. Short corner. She'll drive in baseline, stays in bounds, tiptoes along the edge. Travel called, Phillies ball.
This is going to put Barrington in a very nice position here to drive it up the court.
They're going to need to get something going here, Varen. They're down by 3 at the moment. Meyer finally passes it away. Terzinski thought about the 3, drives. Morey turning, firing Terzinski. Thompson for 3. Got it! Splash down money.
Great shot.
Thompson fires a long looping 3-pointer to tie this game up with 6 minutes to play in regulation. Varen, her shot looks a little like yours. Beautiful, high arcing, and goes in every time.
Thank you.
That one is a little too strong, and it's rebounded by the Phillies. A chance to take the lead here. We have a tied ball game at 36 apiece.
Right now, it's all about momentum here. You know, both teams have a great opportunity to score, so as long as they keep the momentum going, I think that's going to be the key to winning this game.
Definitely, the Phillies lost a bit of that in the third quarter. They're going to try and work something up here as Morey fires it over to Meyer. Holding it near the timeline, a lob pass down for Thompson. That one will stay with the Phillies as she touched the ball just before it went out of bounds. Still sitting with a 36-36 game, Varen. 5 minutes, 30 seconds to play. Fremd will sub out 3 players during this stoppage, a big change. The Phillies lined up like a bunch of kindergartners ready to go out to the playground as they break formation there. Finds Thompson down low, lays it up, and no good, rebounded by Fremd. A long pass down court.
Ooh.
A great comeback play made by Thompson there, Varen. The inbounds here. She'll fire it in and get it right back. Thought about the 3, but Morey pressed her up well. Skip pass into the corner, no. She'll look to drive, spinning and cutting through the lane. Great inside passing and penetration. That one blocked by Meyer, stolen away. 5 minutes to play now. The Phillies will get another shot to take the lead. Both these teams have looked threatening, Varen, but unable to put it in on their last few possessions.
Yeah, right now, both teams are being very aggressive with their defense. You can tell because, especially on the inside of the court, when they're being aggressive on the bank, you know, it's
they're stopping their chances at penetration, and it's really showing. Inside to Terzinski, no good. Toilet bowls out. That one will stay with the Phillies. Meyer along the baseline manages to keep her feet in. They'll call a travel on the up and down.
Right now, both teams are trying to do everything they can to prevent any scoring opportunities from the opposing side.
And they're showing it well. They're playing lockdown defense, as I would like to call it. No team has scored in the past 2 minutes of play. And we have a tied ball game here after that 3 by Taylor Thompson. 4 minutes and 20 seconds to play in the final quarter of regulation. That one almost getting away from her, but she regains it, fires it down low. Back out for 3 and a dagger. Got it! 39-36, the score in favor of Fremd Varen. That's a huge bucket at this point in the game.
Very much so. If this can start off Fremd's momentum, driving it.
Foul and the ball. Wow. That's going to hurt the Phillies there. With the make on this free throw, it would be a 6-point game. That could really hurt them at this point. They gave the points to Barrington up on the scoreboard. I'm sure the Phillies won't mind that, as it makes the deficit much less than it would be. Full timeout taken by Coach Barrero and Barrington. We will take a timeout here and rejoin you when action comes back. The score with 3 minutes 54 seconds to play in the final quarter. Barrington 36, Fremd 41. will come back here for this and one opportunity. The score at the moment, 41-36. Yep, 41-36 is the score. The gym falls silent for this free throw. She fires that one up and in. A 6-point game now. The Phillies going to need to get some offensive production
Long
here.
pass.
Meyer brings it down, trouble with it.
Here.
Trzynski 4-3. Can't
Just
get
short.
it. That would have been big. And the Phillies lose possession. Fremd with the ball now. Varon, the Phillies needed that three-pointer there to have to bring that game closer. But they struggle now. Varon, you were talking about the momentum earlier. Now Fremd having complete control of this momentum. And what do you think the Phillies need to do to get that back?
Just like you said, the Phillies' main goal at this point is to prevent the momentum from Fremd to continue. I think if they get, a couple of good scoring opportunities, that'll completely, cancel Fremd's momentum.
Couldn't have said it better myself there, Varon. The big man from Texas with a big statement there as we have 3 minutes and 5 seconds left. Inside pass, that one is up. And right as we talk about Barrington getting momentum back, Fremd lays up another critical basket, an 8-point game here, 3 minutes remaining. Trzynski to Thompson, over to King, thought about the three, little shot fake into Meyer now at the elbow. Holding, trying to drive and do something on her own, lays it up and in and out. That one will stay with Fremd. (36-44) our score, or I should say 44-36 in favor of Fremd at the moment. Inbounds pass taken. They'll look to extend this to a double-digit advantage.
I like this pressure that Barrington has.
That could definitely force a turnover, but she'll drive here. Fremd playing clock-chewing ball, lays that one up, takes the foul. Smart foul in that situation. You get a stoppage of the clock and the chance that she can miss some of those foul shots. .220 remaining. She'll want to put these in to extend the lead even more as she misses the first one. The score, still 44-36 in favor of the Vikings. The back end of the foul shots is good, a 9-point lead here for the Vikings. Meyer and this Phillies offense going to need to get something going if they want a shot at this one. Trzynski holds. Over to Meyer now. Into the corner, King thought about it. Over to Trzynski, fires up the three, no good. The Phillies needed that one. Thompson tried to pull down the rebound, but she mishandled it, and the Phillies will lose it. Fremd going to look to drive here.
With 2 minutes here, the Phillies are going to have to do a lot of work to get the ball back. Just get the ball up.
As many times as they can, just got to start chucking at this point. Things starting to look a little more bleak as it is a 9-point advantage with about a minute 50 to play. Push on Fremd, called before the ball was even inbounded. And the Phillies will get a gift from the basketball gods, a chance to respond here before Fremd even had a chance to put one up. Meyer will take it. The Phillies there, and I'm surprised they're not showing more of a sense of urgency here. Meyer thought about the three, fires at Thompson. Great passing, give and go. That one gets the lucky roll. Timeout taken by Coach Barrow, 7-point game now. As we have a timeout, I'd like to give two quick shout-outs to local Barrington businesses who do great things for the communities. The first being Applied Apparel, run by Blake Davis, a fellow BHS TV member. Great guy, and a great company that they've started over there. Quick 5-minute T-shirts any image you want, they'll do that for you there. And Gnarly Knots in downtown Barrington, a great spot to stop off before a game. On a game like tonight, you can order it, bring it home, and watch us here on BHS TV Live. Varen, as we sit in this timeout, minute 35 to play, the Phillies needing to do something. I think they're going to have to get a steal or something to try and get some momentum swinging back their way.
Yeah, especially with a minute 30 left on the clock. They're going to have to do all they can to get this ball back after every point and just make sure that they're consistent with their layups, their shots. Overall, they have to have perfect consistency if they want to get this done.
Perfection is hard to accomplish. We'll see if they can pull it off here as the warning buzzer sounds to bring the teams back in from the timeout. .130 to play, or 135, excuse me. Frem to inbounds, the Phillies set up in a full court press. Finds the open girl. Foul called early. Foul on Meyer, who's had 14 points tonight. That's her 4th foul. She'll be out of the game with the next one. That puts this Barrington team in jeopardy. Sub Maury coming in for Kelly. As we didn't even have a second run off the clock before that foul came. Still 1:35 to play. And Friend with a chance to put this at a 9-point advantage. The front end of the 1-and-1 is good. Takes a lucky bounce. A 38-46 game. Fremd in the lead. The back end of the 1-and-1 is no good. Rebounded by Thompson. The Phillies getting a stroke of luck there as she misses the back end. Meyer looking to drive. She'll stall up a little. Wow, they're going to call a travel. Wow. We try to stay impartial here, Varen, but that was certainly questionable. Took a foul. Drove, finished the shot. And the first thing he goes to call is a travel. She took hard contact, went down to the ground, still made the shot, but they'll hit her with the travel as Terzinski commits the foul there. The Phillies are at the point in the game where they're just sending Frem to the line, praying for a miss and hoping they can get the ball back and try and climb their way back in.
With a point deficient here, I think, honestly, that's Barrington's best decision at this point.
Especially with the little amount of time left.
Definitely.
But she'll make the first shot there. With the back end of the 1-and-1, she could extend it to a 10-point lead for Threm, which would be nearly insurmountable for the Phillies at this point in the game. As she nails that one, a 10-point lead for Fremd. 1:20 to play. Terzinski's three bounces around, no good. Rebounded by Fremd, rattles around a bit as she'll take it down court. She's fouled and will go to the line. 1:07 to play. A 10-point lead for Fremd. Varen, this one looking more and more bleak for the Phillies as time goes on. The first one is no good, but Fremd gets their own rebound. The Phillies with a lapse in their free throw rebounding coverage as Fremd got the rebound and will go to the line. Hill at the line for Fremd, 6 points tonight. The first one no good. 10 fouls, so that is the double bonus situation at the moment. 1:04 remaining, 10-point lead for Fremd still. That one no good again. Thompson pulls it down. Barrington's got to hurry up here, chuck up a prayer three, and hope that it falls. Thompson fires for three, gets it. Timeout taken by Coach Barrero. We have a 7-point ball game, Baron. A steal and a layup, and we could see them slowly claw their way back into this one. During this timeout, we'll take the time to thank everyone on our crew here tonight. Jordan Janke up on the main game cam. Sam Cook giving you the baseline shots in the truck. And also color commentating has been Ethan Madison, Chloe Probsting, and Varen Phillips, the man sitting with us right now. Varen doing a great job out here tonight.
Thank you.
And the earlier color commentator, Will Barbera, helping us out. And our technical director, producer, and pretty much anything we need to be Cameron Cox, who helps us organize everything, make sure all of our systems are a go. And finally, the master himself, Jeff Doles, Dr. Jeff Doles, our teacher and program advisor. Can't thank him enough for all that he does and all that he gets for this program to make us better and better every time, Varen. So I think I covered all our bases there.
I'd also like to give a special thanks to Ben Percorny.
Oh, Varen, stop it, you.
You know, he's got the voice. He's the symbol.
You're too kind. You're
program.
too kind. But getting to the point in time where we're winding down our basketball coverage for the year as these team seasons start to close out. As you know, this is the last home game of the regular season for the Phillies. The Broncos boys team next home game will be next Tuesday, and then they will finish off next Friday at Fremd, a reverse of this game. As that one is inbounded, taken across the half-court stripe. She'll look to chew up some clock here, and she's fouled. And as I was saying, basketball season winding down. We get closer and closer to girls soccer, girls softball, which is personally my favorite to cover. One of the most successful teams in recent times here at Barrington High School. You can't forget track. Boys volleyball also taking place in the spring. The front end of the double bonus falls there, an 8-point lead now. But when you talk about spring coverage, you have to talk about soccer and softball, of course, the two most successful programs at the school in recent times. Soccer finishing in the top 2 the past 2 years, I believe, and softball the past 5 years, making appearances down at the state championship game in Peoria. Thompson fires up another three. I thought we were looking at splashdown again on that one. That one comes off the iron, flies out of bounds. A 9-point game, 50-41 our score. And Fremd, 36 seconds left. We'll just look to chew the clock out on this one. Foul there by Meyer. One more person I forgot to thank on the broadcast tonight. Patrick O'Donnell, Pod as he's known, helping us out with camera setup and production assistance tonight. He's done a stand-up job. Monteau goes to the line, 34 seconds left. 9-point advantage for the Vikes. That one takes yet another roll in. And 51-41 now our score, a 10-point game, 34 seconds to play. The Vikings have all but wrapped this one up, Varen.
I'm going to have to agree with you at this point.
Especially after she makes that second shot. 11-point game, 34 seconds. Hankey, the senior guard, will take it across half court to Trzynski. Looks to drive over to Tomzak, brings it down. Pivots the Phillies, wasting a lot of time here. Trzynski fires up a prayer of a three. Hankey scrambling for it. Ball just touches the baseline and will fly out of bounds. 19 seconds to play in this one. A long basketball pass. Lays it up and in. It is a 13-point game, 54-41. 10 seconds to go. Trzynski to King, 8-7, 6-5. Tomzak taking it 3-2-1 at the buzzer. Trzynski can't get it to fall. And that'll be all for this one. Tonight, the final score, Fremd 54, the Barrington Phillies 41 on their last home game of the season. I'd like to thank all of my broadcasting color commentators tonight. Ethan Madison in the first quarter, Chloe Probsting in the second, Will Barbera, the young freshman, in the third quarter, and the big man from the big state of Texas here in the fourth quarter, Varen Phillips. Thank you for joining me. Great job tonight. As we close it out here from the Barrington High School Gymnasium, I'm Ben Picorni, the play-by-play voice of Barrington Athletics. Thanking you for tuning in tonight and hoping you enjoyed our coverage. Have a good night, everybody.
Have a good night.